Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is PsychoGold, this is PsychoGold Videos, and today we're checking out Mob Psycho Episode 3. In the last episode, we got to see Mob take on another psychic apparition, but it was a guy hanging out in an all-girls school and basically being a bit of a perv on them. Making bras float and genuinely harassing them. Now when Mob eliminated him, he went from being this big, giant poltergeist and turned back into the spirit that he had originally been. He represented, he looked like a representation of what he clearly looked like in life. And when that happened, he basically said that he thought that Mob was the same as him, that he was playing the loser in life, and that he couldn't talk to girls, he didn't have any friends, yada, yada, yada. So when the episode came at the end, he had a choice between signing up to the telepathy club, which is what it looked like he was going to do, or not. But instead he took a third option, which was he joined the physical improvement club, basically because we saw some flashbacks where he's trying to impress a girl with his psychic powers. She was impressed to begin with, and then it's like, well, I've seen them all before, big whoop, that guy can do 100 dash yard faster than you, so I'm gonna go fawn over him. Personally, I don't know if that's how it would happen in real life if someone had telepathic powers, but I'll never know, as to my knowledge, no one has. I don't mean telepathy, I mean telekinetic powers. So if someone had telekinetic powers, I don't know if it would work like that, but either way, this is where the episode ended. So it looks like the telepathy club, not the telekinetic club, the telepathy club, is going to be disbanded, and the physical improvement club is taking their room. But I don't think that's necessarily going to stick. I'm going to go out on a limb and say something's going to happen in this episode or the next episode that's either going to reverse that decision, or something's going to happen. But I get the distinct impression that the members of the telepathy club might be the closest he's going to get to like a friendship group for a while. So without further ado, let's jump back into this crazy, unique world and watch episode 3. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh! Well, you say that, but you probably find that you could. But it's just because you have a nice body doesn't mean that you're going to be appealing. It looks like he's rather struggling, though, to keep up with them. So that's an interesting thought that they've immediately come up with. Well, maybe he's anemic. Like, that's actually kind of refreshing. Like, they don't immediately think that he's just useless. I kind of like that. I was gonna say, ask and ye shall receive. Though to be fair though, it's not a bad idea to improve his body alongside his mind. I mean, just because he's a psychic doesn't mean he should completely rely on his powers. What on earth? I don't think this is legit. Something's not right here. What? I'm very confused. An invite to a meeting, simply put, I just want to be popular. It's really hard to commentate or react on this show. It's like, what am I even watching? I can't help but get the distinct impression that they are actually spirits of some kind, or maybe just the main he is. But I can see he's got hands. Yeah, something's not right. They're laughing like they're on Joker gas. Smile mates. Well, there's a tag that you don't want on your Facebook page. She's an amateur reporter, I like it. Splendid? Well, there's obviously something going on with those masks, but I'm betting that Mob hasn't got any difference. You're damn right something's still off. I'm glad someone here has a brain. Flippin' heck, it was only on for like half a second. I was gonna say. I didn't even get through. Brilliant. Oh, he's gonna go up against him. He freed everybody from his power in one go. Oh, and he put them back under his spell. Oh, he looks angry. Oh, okay, so he doesn't really get humor, which is fair enough. So trying to make him laugh might not even necessarily be psychic anyway. Though in this instance, what's happening is obviously quite psychic. Oh, he's just... Are you a corpse? Quite possibly. Is he a psychopath? As in, he genuinely has no... Oh my lord. No, he gets angry. We've seen him get annoyed, right? Or am I just imagining that memory? Oh, we're getting closer to the explosion. So is this where we came in? Like, it's very close to his so-called explosion. Wait, no, that can't be where it ends. Ah. Oh, okay. Here it comes. Okay. Right. Okay, he looks a little bit different now. He doesn't look like One Punch Man anymore. I didn't even notice because it was that weak. Oh! Feel the burn! Look at him! Okay. I don't know if you've noticed, dude, but you're getting absolutely nowhere. It's like attacking Ainz. Oh! Yeah, he doesn't look so confident now. Oh, okay, so he was holding back. But he is obscured by smoke. Oh, he looks so different now that he's not holding back. This is ridiculous. Whoa. They came out upon your request. Jesus. I don't think so, dude. I think you're completely outclassed. Yep. You're terrible. Okay then. Note to self: don't make Mob angry. So does that girl is gonna know? Is the girl gonna now know that that's what happened? He might be the true messenger of God. Don't think so. Progress towards Mob's explosion 0%. Okay. Why is he sleeping on the floor? Okay. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was episode... I was going to say 4 then, but that's the next one. That's episode 3 of Mob Psycho 100, done and dusted. Wasn't expecting that at all. That was amazing. I love that episode so much. Seeing Mob actually... Well, I would say show us what he can do, but we already know what he can do. He hasn't exactly been holding back. But, yeah, so... When he gets angry, stay the hell out of his way. Oh, that was just so out of nowhere. I understand now, so he bottles up all of his emotions, and because he's a psychic, when he has the same reaction that a real person does, obviously for him, it's like freaking dangerous. It's like if Professor Xavier had anger management issues. There was no real... Well, there was actually, thinking about it. I was going to say there wasn't much development of the established characters, but there actually was. Mob, we got to see an insight into how he works on the inside. Not just his emotions, but his memories. And what it is that motivates him, what it is that triggers him to want to push past himself, to want to get better. May not be the most selfless of reasons, but they're very relatable reasons. And I think everybody has at some point wanted to change or to fit in. Especially when you get to the age when you're interested in, you know, having a relationship or trying that sort of thing. And you get rejected or you can't seem to get somebody else who's interested as well. I think everybody can relate to that, no matter how popular or unpopular they were. Everybody probably feels like it at some point, even if it's not true. Because it's surprising how many times when you get older and you look back, you talk to people you used to know, and you hear their side of things, you hear other people's perspectives. 9 times out of 10, half the stuff you thought isn't true. The fact that Mob was even willing to go somewhere with a complete stranger just for the idea of being popular shows just how damaged he is. Like they said, he has a complex. He's not dealing with his emotions at all. Not very well. There's just no dealing with them whatsoever. You know, he only has 2 settings: nothing or explosion. But in his case, it's rather literal. Which is absolutely terrifying when you think about it as a teenager, and his testosterone and his hormones and all of his chemicals in his body are going through different balancing acts. So yeah, I'd stay as far away from him as humanly possible for the next decade or so. I really enjoy the way that this show does its fight scenes. They're nothing like I'm used to seeing, but my god, that scene we got today was so hype. I don't even really remember the rest of the episode. It's just blurred away. Like, seeing that, it's just like, oh, let's just erase the other 2 episodes. Like, what even happened? There were 2 other episodes. The drawings, the animation, it's so smooth, it's so good, it's so different. Like, I love the way that they make the spirits look. They genuinely don't look like they belong in that world because of how differently they color them and how differently they sort of make them look out of perspective with the rest of reality. And Mob's psychic powers as well. Like I said, he looked like he was in Ultra Instinct from Dragon Ball at one point. And when you actually saw him with his emotions, he had the red eyes, he suddenly had a very expressive face, he suddenly looked much more like an actual person. You know, he looked like he was part of that world much more than he has done at any point in the episode, which was obviously the point. He's supposed to look odd and out of place. That's why he feels like such an outsider, and this is what he's like when he lets his emotions out. And like they said, one emotion is currently bubbling to the surface, and it's rage, and that was obvious that they were annoying him, and his annoyance was turning into anger. And he was subduing his anger, but once his anger had bubbled over into rage, yeah, that was it. It was like, done. Let's go. Come at me with all you've got. I don't know why, but in my head, when he said that line, all I could think of was Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and when he would split between his personalities of Raiden and Jack, and that was this exact same sort of impression I got then with Mob. Like, it's not a different personality as such, but you know, Raiden and regular Mob is kind of like a calm, collected person. Not the best emotionally regulated because it's all being kept under the surface, bottled in, just not dealing with it. But when the emotions come out, when the other side of him comes out, he just goes, everything that he wants to do, all of his stuff that he keeps buried just comes out. And you know, that line of just come at me with everything you've got, all I could hear was the voice of Jack the Ripper personality from Raiden. And I'm very curious to see where the show's going to go with this, because obviously the type of reaction you're going to get out of him is going to very much depend on what emotion it is that's going to cause him to break. It also brings new meaning to the meter that's building up for his next explosion, because I thought it was leading up to where the series started, and it still might be. That might be his big final explosion because he's got a lot of stuff to deal with. But now I can see it's going to be charging up more and more with every episode. You know, we've had one explosion, it went back to 0, and then the episode ended with that spirit appearing in front of him, and him like, oh! And immediately his meter's filling up again, so every time the meter gets close to filling, I suspect is going to be a very hype episode. Of course, there's no reason why the meter can't be filled really quickly, or annoyingly, it could take forever. It just depends, I suppose, what he's dealing with at the time. It's going to be one of those things that we'll just have to see how it goes. Anyway, that's going to be it for this particular episode, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed that episode. It took me by surprise all of a sudden. It just went from here to here, and the episodes have all been pretty good. You know, the first 2 episodes have been pretty good so far. So I didn't expect it to suddenly jump up in terms of hype by the 3rd episode. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to carrying on this series. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, show your support, leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of this particular episode. If you're new around here, don't forget to click subscribe, and you can be notified when we post a new video, whether that be Mob Psycho 100, My Hero Academia, Overlord, whatever I do next. And don't forget also, if you can't wait for me to edit the next one, all of these episodes are already available over on Patreon, so go and check them out right now if you want to. That's it from me though, guys, and as always, I am Psycho Gold, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold, out.